Hey, what's going on, guys? It's David again. Just giving you another quick tip. This is whenever you're working on your vehicle and you have a misfire that you can't really diagnose. This right here is it's a Honda Civic year 2000 EX. It has a D16Y8 motor, and I've been having an issue with this one. I've always had a misfire on cylinder number 2. It's giving me the code P0302, which is this one. If you have a code P03 whatever, it's 01 would be this, 02, 03, 04. I've always had a issue with this one. I did the same, I did the usual thing, changed the spark plugs. Well, the spark plug for this one, problem was still there, changed the wire. The problem was still there also, so next I did a compression test, of course. You could also do one. I think you could rent these tools out at AutoZone or something like that. And I took the compression test and started with this one. It was pretty low. I think it gave me about 120. This one gave me about 185 around there. This one gave me about 160. So the next thing I did, of course, I added a couple of drops of oil. That's another thing you can do. The reason is because if you add a couple of drops of oil and you retest it with your compression tester and it jumps up about 30 psi or so, then you know your rings are bad, your piston rings are bad, and you might want to take the whole motor apart, of course, and have it rehoned and put new rings on them. But this one, it only jumped up about 5 psi, which kind of suspected that the valves were bad or they weren't closing up all the way. So after I put the oil in on this one, didn't jump much. So this is what I did. First thing you want to do is, if you only have a compression tester like I did, okay, you might want to have that, and all you need pretty much is this part of it, just the hose, okay, that with a connection on there. First thing you want to do is, of course, jack up the car, driver's side, put it on the stand, and then you want to grab yourself like an extension like this one. The reason for this is because whatever cylinder you're testing out, you might want to put in, on might want to put in top dead center. And what that means is pretty much the piston's all the way up, the valves are closed. So this one I already did. How I did it was I put this extension on there, okay, and I grabbed myself an extension, and with a 17 millimeter, I twisted the crankshaft all the way until this one stopped going up, okay? That tells me it's already on the very top. After that, then what you want to do, you want to grab the hose for your compression tester, and you want to plug it in there like you usually would. Okay, but before you do that, on these right here, they have a little stem on there. It goes in there, so this will go in here. It kind of prevents the air just from just flowing through. Okay, so what I did, grab grab a couple of like tweezers like these or whatever you can, shove them in there, and these they'll twist off. Okay, so they'll go like this, and you want to just twist them counterclockwise. Once they come off, then you're able to put air through this with no issue, and then you want to plug them in there. You want to plug into the hole that you're having trouble with. Alright, so once it's all in there, so what this does, this is the same connection as it would if, whenever you have a air compressor, that the hose, it'll fit right in there. Okay, so it's just a regular hose connector, it'll fit right in there. But first, before you do this, go ahead and lower your PSI from coming out of your compressor. I lowered mine to about 30 PSI or so. And what this will do, guys, it'll blow air into the to the chamber, and if it's an exhaust valve, you're able to hear it out coming through here through the exhaust, okay. And if it's an intake, you'll hear it here in the intake. If it's through the rings or anything like that, it'll come out through here or the vent, which is the dipstick tube thing, okay. And you want to kind of hear for the hissing sound. Give me 1 second. Alright, so I already hooked it up. Alright, so like I said, I already hooked it up, and you could hear it big time on the intake side. You hear that? There's nothing here. I already checked the exhaust side, nothing coming out through there either. Okay, so like I said, I do suspect the valves to be an issue. Next thing you want to do, of course, is you already know something's wrong in there. Just go ahead and pull your head off, and then just send it to the machine shop or have it checked yourself for leaky valves and stuff like that. Okay, so that's where I got with this, with this problem here. Hope this helps you out, so you won't go crazy like I was going. Alright, thank you for watching. Alright guys, so here's the head off the Honda Civic that I was doing a leak down test to. And I took out the top right here with the lifters and all that go, just to close all the valves up. And right away, I mean, you could tell this is cylinder 2, this is 1. Cylinder 2 has a pretty bad leak. It was the intake valves, like I said. One way to find out, just add water when you take out the head. Add some water in the intake. Preferably you want to use something thinner, like fuel, gas, whatever. But right away you could tell it leaks pretty bad. So I'm just going to go ahead and relap the valves. Hopefully that'll solve the issue. This one, I think I had like 160 pounds when I did the compression test. But I'm still going ahead and just redo all these. Alright, so I just wanted to share that tip with you guys. I'm trying to help people out there with misfire issues. Maybe that might be your issue also. Okay? Any questions, let me know.